What's up? What's happening, people? How's it going? Make some noise for Vinnie fucking Paul, come on! You know what? Y'all know that Vinnie's here with us today. And I don't think he can fucking hear you! I want to hear it. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell fucking yeah! Now you're talking. I love that. Y'all are rock stars. Thank you for coming. This is the weirdest and hardest thing to do. I mean, who the fuck ever would have thought that something would happen to Vinnie Paul? You know? Like, he's such a legend, he's super most positive, easygoing, greatest guy ever. And in honor of Vinnie tonight, I would just like to say all the women here tonight are not wearing any panties. You know he would love that shit. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh yeah. So, yeah, what can you say? I mean, Vinnie was the coolest guy. He'd been on my show a million times. I fucking love the guy. And of all the rock stars, y'all know that I've been on the radio here for 24 years. And how'd that shit happen? How did I not get fired before now from the corporate a-holes? I don't know. But Vinnie was always the easiest and most fun interview. He would come in, we'd sit down and bullshit, and it was great. And he would be like, telling all these awesome stories, and you know, there's a lot of rock stars that come through and they're in their promo mode and they're sort of going through the motions and shit. And when Vinnie would come in, it was just so down to earth, so real. Just y'all know, he's the best. And so tonight, we're gonna have a celebration of Vinnie's life. So I don't need pussies out there fucking crying or any of that bullshit. We're going to say, Vinnie Paul, we love you, man. You are with us. You will never fucking leave. You and Don will be here for fucking ever. So let me hear you. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah over here! Hell yeah over here! Let them hear you, man. Who's listening? Just saying. We have a lot of great people who are going to be on tonight. We have a ton of awesome video. So please take a look right now. Mr. Vinnie Paul.
I knew him from the Oscars, I knew him from the Oscars. He was a great drummer. He went, in my opinion, he went way too early, but you know, Vinnie loved to party. And party, he didn't quite to the end. So my hat goes to Vinnie. I loved it. I'm sorry you went. God bless your soul forever.
Show backstage, and we're all thinking you guys in Texas. It's been a rough week for everybody, and we're all still at loss of words, but we want to just say God bless you, and we're thinking about you, and this backstage will always have your memories back here. So, cheers to Vinnie! Hell yeah! Big love.
To Keith Chris, I'd like to say regrets and sorrow and prayers for that family, his family, the band, and the die-hard fans that these guys have. I know he's been a big fan of mine through the years, and so it's really sad we lost another drummer. God bless you, man. I know you're in heaven.
Hey, what's going on? This is Jason Bittner from Overkill, and formerly of Shadows Fall. I'm sitting up in my attic, which is my memorabilia room, next to one of my longtime heads that I've had here from my good friend, Vinnie Paul, who we're all celebrating his life today, along with my Vinnie Paul stick, one of my prized possessions. I would have also been there with all you guys and gals, but sadly my flight was delayed today, so I'm still stuck in New York. Right now, I really don't even know how to react about all this right now. This has been terrible as it is. I love and miss all you guys, and first and foremost, I love Vinnie Paul. He was just an awesome guy. He was a fucking amazing drummer, and he was one of my heroes. And he was one of my friends, and I'm going to miss him along with you. So you guys have a great day, and rest in power, man.
Hello, everyone. Richie Cavallari here. I'd like to start off by wishing the whole family, all the friends, and every fan all over the world my love, my prayers. Vinnie, we truly lost an icon, inspiration to all of us. Vinnie was a huge heart that showed love to everyone. It didn't matter who you were. He never had a bad vibe or carried an ego or any of these things. He was just so genuine, and I was very fortunate to meet him a few times, and even got lucky to where we ended a tour in Vegas, and he invited all the bands to his house just to unload at the end of the tour and rest, and he barbecued and played bartender, and that night took us all to the casino and rage and watched 80s cover bands, and we had the best time ever, and it's something I'll never forget. And, that's just kind of the person that he was to anybody. He loved life and he loved everybody, and I'll always remember him forever. He was a genuine person and a great soul, and we'll live on forever through his music. So we're lucky we have everything that he gave us. So much love, Vinnie, all your family. God bless you all.
What's up? We're Steel Panther.
Hey guys, what's up? We were just talking about Vinnie and how much we fucking love him and miss him already, and we've all got our own personal stories about Vinnie. And I met Vinnie when I was just a kid. I was like 21 or 22 years old, and I remember the first time I met him was at a Pantera show. It was backstage, and I smoked so much fucking pot with those guys that I could barely fucking walk. I could barely walk out of their fucking dressing room. And my bass player at the time, not this guy, somebody who passed out in the backstage area before they went on stage. That's how fucking high we were. And those guys went on stage, and they were the fucking tightest band I ever saw. The fact that they were so strong when they did it was crazy. My God, I gotta say, Vinnie, he's probably one of the nicest guys I've ever fucking met in my life. I'm sure everybody feels the same way. And funny and cool and always fucking fun to be around.
My last memory was actually just probably 2 months ago. I went to a Nickelback concert at that time of my life. And that was something I'll never forget. Well, we got this birthday party as well. We were out of town, so we were able to play that when we did. But yeah, we missed it.
My memory of Vinnie Paul is kind of immortalized on YouTube. It's when he jammed with us. Green Valley Ranch.
Good chat.
He didn't play drums because when you're Vinnie Paul, you don't play drums when you jam with other bands. You sing Blind in Texas.
With your pants down.
With your underwear down. So please, everyone watching this, go on YouTube later, type in Vinnie Paul, Chad Kroger, Steel Panther. Enjoy Vinnie Paul in his underwear, just kicking so much ass. And we fucking miss him.
I'll tell you what, which by the way, was that experience of him singing Wasp was inspired me so much that when I was writing songs for All You Can Eat, I wrote this song called 10 Strikes You're Out. And I sang on the demo, and as I was singing on it, I was like, how would fucking Vinnie Paul fucking sing this song like that? I was thinking, how would Vinnie Paul sing it as Blackie Lawless? And the whole song was like inspired by Vinnie Paul. And actually, in the intro to 10 Strikes You're Out, he says, 1, 2, barbecue, like we all.
1, 2, barbecue!
Barbecue! And I don't know, just another fun anecdote of amazing memories of Vinnie. We love him so much.
Long live heavy metal.
We love you guys too. We wish we could be here with you guys. Enjoy the celebration of life because Vinnie's life was fucking awesome and he was an inspiration to everybody. So
We love you, Vinnie.
Thank you guys. Take care, Hey folks, sorry I can't be there. I have a benefit the same night that I've been planning, that I'm scheduled to do. I can't get out of it. I would if I could, but it's a good thing as well. But look who lives in my house, okay? These are my guitars. This is my studio. I have a full life-size that lasts me forever. You guys party on the way he would want it, and we're going to keep doing this for as long as we live. In Vinnie's honor, he'll be with us. Boom. God bless you and have a blast.
Yeah. Hi. My name's Nick. I'm an alcoholic. What the fuck? I tell you guys I've got a disease that can kill me and you laugh, you motherfuckers! Today is Sunday. Someone said to me, "Where are you going, Nick? Are you going to church?" And I said, "Fucking right, I'm going to church because this is our church today." Are you with me? This is the church of Saint Vincent Paul Abbot. And our saint is better known simply as two words. What are they? What? One more time. Fuck yeah, thank you. Now, this church doesn't have many rules at all. I've got a special preacher, a guest coming up in a minute who will explain more of them. But let me talk to you about language because this is important. Absolutely no fucking cursing, you sons of bitches, okay? But the use of the term hell yeah, did you hear it? Again? One more time? That is not only mandatory, it's encouraged, you have to do it all the time. Now, one of the coolest things about heavy metal, apart from the brotherhood and sisterhood, is the pre-show chant for your favorite band. Slayer, for example, but there's one that's fucking immortal. And it has a cadence of 3. It goes Pan-Tera. Remember, I want you to do that number one out of reverence. Vinny's done lots of great stuff. Pantera, Hell Yeah, Damage Plan, Rebel Meets Rebel. But the Pantera chant, it has a cadence, it has a rhythmic cadence of 3. And the brother said something about 3, so I need you to remember that cadence, okay? The 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, Yeah, you got it, thank you. Okay, that said, shut the fuck up! The fact that Vinnie is no longer here sucks. It fucking sucks. There's no eloquent way of saying it. It's horrible. But if we look at the glass as being half full as opposed to half empty, and we look at the collateral beauty, let's talk about gratitude. Number one, we were lucky enough to be around while Vinnie and his brother gave us their fucking magic. That's goddamn cool. Number two, and this is important, and this is down to you guys to a large degree. Not only does their music live on, what they did in the studio on stage was vital, but what those two wonderful, generous men of the people did off stage impacted us all greatly. They will live on in our hearts forever. They live on in you. So do you accept the challenge? Do you accept the challenge? And the third piece of collateral beauty is simply this. I wish they were both here, but right now they're both together. The brothers are reunited. The cowboys from hell are in heaven. And the reason they're in heaven is very simple. They were great human beings. Assholes go to hell, great people go to heaven. Those guys are up there. Now, right now, they are in God's Tavern, which has been renamed Abbott's, by the way. It's simply called Abbott's. Vinnie has a huge row of shots of Sky Vodka. Dime has a massive row of Black Juice Grins. And they're watching and listening to you motherfuckers right now. Right now, the brothers are watching. And they're hanging out with a few cool people. Sean Bonham, Randy Rhodes, Peter Steele, Stephen Clark, Paul Gray, Ronnie James Dio, Phil Leiter. There's a heavy metal fucking just great, and they're watching you guys. They're watching you guys. Now in a minute I'm going to bring up the special preacher. But do you remember that cadence, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? You remember it? I don't want you to chant Pantera though. This is what I want you to chant. On the 1, Vinnie Paul. So Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Louder! Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul. Thank you, they heard that. They heard that. Now, without further ado, I promised you a special guest preacher. This is a metal ambassador. He is the preacher of the Power Groove, my good friend, and just a wonderful kick-ass motherfucker of a human being, Jose Magnum.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, Nick! Hallelujah! Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a goddamn? Fucking A, man. Look at this, man. A celebration of life. All of us. Doesn't matter where we came from. We're here today on this Sunday because it's the beginning of a new religion. Alright? I'm serious. Now I'm going to explain and I'm going to give you guys examples. Today, moving forward, our religion consists of music from Vince and Dimebag, alright? Whatever those guys touched, that's our fucking music. And our teaching is to be fucking kind to everybody. Open up your doors. Make a fucking taco for a friend. That's what I did for Vinnie all the time, dude. I fucking love making Vinnie and the boys tacos and guacamole and margaritas. Dude, one time Vinnie came over to our house in Jersey, dude, and I couldn't believe that I had an idol of mine. And first of all, dude, my name's Jose Magnum. Nick said that, but I'm a fucking worshiper of the fucking band Pantera. God damn it right! It's so surreal this whole weekend. I'm representing the fans, dude. Yesterday, I had the honor and the blessing of speaking in front of Vinnie's family and friends at the funeral, dude. Think about it, dude. I'm a fucking fan just like you, just like you, just like you, just like you. My first tattoo when I was 16 years old was a Cowboys from Hell tattoo. On my fucking right shoulder. Who's got a fucking Pantera tattoo in the house? Goddamn right. Goddamn right. And then, since then, 16 years old, dude, I met Dimebag when I was 17. Dimebag and Vinny and freaking Rex and Paolo from Sepultura and Max at that Prong Sepultura Pantera tour. Dude, but I grew up just worshiping these guys, and then I landed a dream job 18 years ago at Sirius XM, and every day I'm able, on Octane Liquid Metal, bring my love of the brothers, my love of the fucking band, right? But it's not just me, I'm just a fucking cheerleader. It's you guys, it's you guys. We throw it out there, and you guys receive it, and you guys take it in, and I feel the love. All the events that we do for Dime, and now Dime and Vinny moving forward, I feel love. One of the most loved bands on our channel, by far, is the almighty goddamn fucking Pantera! And look at all these years later, look at what we're doing here. Shitty circumstances, but remember, we have angels on our fucking wings now, right? We have two, everywhere we go now. It used to be for me WWDD, what would Dime do, right? Now it's WWVDD. What would Dime, Vinny do, right? Listen, dude, yesterday when I was talking, I had no idea that I was going to speak. They grabbed me a few minutes before it was starting. They said, hey, we need you to speak. My heart, I was high. I was like, oh my God, sober up. What the fuck, dude? And I started my fucking heart. My heart's like, what the fuck am I going to say? What the fuck? And I said something really fucking stupid, and I'm going to tell you guys. I was Jerry Abbott. Jerry Abbott, fucking hey, yeah! The father of Daryl and Vince. He was sitting right there, and I was talking to him, and I told the cool story of jamming at a book signing when Vinny and Jerry put out that cool book, He Came to Rock, and I was playing my D guitar up and down the escalators at some fancy bookstore in New York City, just fucking jamming regular people and Mouth for War and Domination, and then Jerry paid me a compliment. He was like, oh, you're a good guitar player, and I fucking... What the fuck did he just say? Jerry Abbott just told me I was a good guy. So anyways, yesterday, I was like, sir, with all due respect and love, you have beautiful, magical sperm. At the fucking... Wait. And I was like, oh my God. And he didn't hear it. Everybody laughed, everybody was laughing, and then all of a sudden, and his sister, I thought it was his wife, I didn't know. It was his sister that whispered into his ear, you have beautiful, magical sperm, Jerry. And then he was, oh yeah, that's me. But listen, we're all lovers of these dudes, right? And our hearts, and our prayers, and our good vibes, please send them to the boys in Hell Yeah. To Jerry, to Chelsea, to Bride Dog, to Phil, and Rex. Can you feel the goddamn bass, Brown? That's what I'm talking about. So every day, we have a new religion, my friend, okay? Seriously. Keep it fucking going. It can't stop, and it's only gotten stronger. You guys know that. I see so many familiar faces here at all the cool events that we've done over the years. Keep it going. Keep the love going, okay? Throw a party. Fucking make people a bunch of tacos. Pay for it. Fuck it. You work hard. Party hard. You know what I'm saying? But be generous. These guys were. The music will be therapy forever. Their music will forever live on. But it's the acts and how we fucking react, right? And how we act moving forward. So put the grudges aside. We don't need that shit. Call your friend, call your mom, your dad, or whatever, and say, hey, fuck, I love you, let's smoke weed, you know, or something. Whatever, make a fucking peace offering. Life is so short, my friend, okay? Seriously, seriously, seriously. There's so many other great stories that I have, but I want to like really just focus on what he did and what he laid the foundation for all of us to move forward. So, do I have your fucking guarantee today, my friend, that moving forward, you will carry Vinny and what Dime taught us? Do I have your agreement, motherfuckers? That's a beautiful amen, my friend. Seriously, every day paying tribute to the Abbott brothers, and I love all of you for coming together here. Remember, we're all part of the same fucking club. We're all metalheads, my friends. All of us. Amen, right? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I have a fucking... Oh, wait. I forgot. I poured this shit. Hey, who's got a drink? Right here. Of course. What would Dime and Vinny do? Fucking take a black tea. Come on now. It ain't no candy. It's the real shit. Ding. Fuck yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, seriously.
You gave me some of the best advice I ever had. One of the darkest times of my life. And I never forgot it. You were an amazing friend. And I love you. I miss you. Send all my love to you, to your family, to all of our friends. Peace, brother. I'll see you again.
Dude, you did me some solid favors. I needed it really badly, and you also always treat me with kindness and respect. So right now, I know you've left this realm, and we all miss you. But I don't believe that energy can be created or destroyed. So I know you're traveling on somewhere. You aren't gone. You just moved the party to a different location. So I'll see you on the other side, brother. I came out here to the most beautiful place I know to record this because, you know, the energy is everywhere. I know you're a part of it. Love you, and I'm going to miss you.
Dr. Rock and from the WWE and Fozzy Chris Jericho. Hello, everybody! I always love this saying the best. It's my favorite thing that Vinnie would say. Let's just say it. 1, 2, barbecue! I mean, that's fucking great, right? Dr. Rock, say a few words. Hey, people here tonight. By the way, Dr. Rock has the best hair in rock and roll. Look at that. That's not a wig either. That's real.
Vinnie Paul! Vinnie Paul! Man, we all love Vinnie Paul. The guy was amazing. I've known him for so many years, from the early days till recently. And man, the stories I could tell. The one thing, he never thought of himself as a rock star to you because he would treat you as an equal. Always took the time to get an autograph with you, for you, or a picture with you. He never said no. He gave and gave and gave. That's the greatest thing about Vinnie Paul. He was such a good person. Always supported local music. He'd go out to the local bar, nightclub, and see local bands, and he was always behind them. And then he became him and the band Pantera, one of the biggest bands in the world. Woo! Man, and the only other couple of things I wanted to say, I remember, now you know their number was 3, right? Do you know how they came up with that? Do you know the story? I'll make it quick and simple. When they were big time and traveling all over the world, and they see somebody with their index finger, and then they'd be cleaning out their earwax, it'd be 3 waving back at you, and they go, 3! 3! That's how 3. Vinnie Paul! Chris Jericho!
It's funny, I don't know if you guys know Dr. Rock, he's the DJ at the Clubhouse, which is Vinnie's strip club. And whenever I would go there, whether Vinnie was in town or not, he always would have a huge bottle of Grey Goose vodka waiting for me. I'm not talking a little, I'm talking one of them fucking industrial size ones. And I'm like, dude, I'm only here for 2 hours, how much do you think I can drink? But that's Vinnie Paul with the generosity that he had. And Vinnie, some of these stories might be tinged by alcohol, so I might not be telling them completely correct. But we had a show in Tyler, Texas, which is, I think, close to here. Shout out to Tyler. So Vinnie wanted to come to the show, and he said, come to the show, get me some tickets, and then I'll give you a ride back to my place in my limo. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. And he said, yeah, I got my own limos. Vinnie had bought a limo for himself. So usually when people come to the show, they'll ask for 2 tickets or 4 tickets. Like, how many tickets did he say? I need 16 tickets. Because Vinnie Paul, as we know, traveled with his friends. I don't even want to say entourage, but it was an entourage type thing. And he had this guy and this girl, and this guy and this girl, all the time surrounded by his good friends and his good buddies. So we did the show, and after, like, fuck, I'm gonna drive in Vinnie's limousine, and I go outside, and it's like, not like a black, sleek limousine that you see, like, in a movie or something. It was like this, from what I recall, kind of like a dark blue, like, Chevy limousine from about 1978. And when you get inside the limousine, he had it all tricked out with fucking lights and fucking lava lamps and all this shit. And the stereo that he put in that thing was so loud, it blew your... And all Vinnie would listen to, yeah, obviously one of the pioneers of thrash, but he loved Journey, and he loved Boston, and he loved all those type of bands. Styx, Whitesnake. So we're driving down the highway going 80 miles an hour in Vinnie's 1978 limo with Christmas lights flashing, cranking still of the night. Drinking fucking alcohol. That's a good time. Right? And it was at that time that Vinnie said that he wanted me to do Blacktooth grins. I fucking hate Crown Royal. I'm sorry. What I drink is vodka. Right? So Vinnie said, well, if you're not going to do a Blacktooth drain, you need your own drink. I said, well, what should I do? So in my hand, it's Grey Goose and ice with a splash of cranberry, okay? And I said, what do you call it? And he said, it's called the Red Gum Smile. So if you guys are ever out and someone wants you to drink a Blacktooth drain and you don't want to, I'm now giving you permission to drink the Vinnie Paul created Red Gum Smile. Fair enough, right? Couple last things. Vinnie always called me Winnipegger because I'm from Winnipeg, Canada. Any Winnipeggers out there? Happy Canada Day, by the way. And Vinnie, he would always go, hey, Winnipegger, how are you, Winnipegger? So this year, the fucking Las Vegas Knights met the Winnipeg Jets in the semifinals of the playoffs. And dude, there was ball busting going on between me and Vince, fucking back and forth. You know, my team's gonna beat your team, and your team sucks, and your team is, you know, gay, and they know it, or whatever it was. And finally, the Vegas Knights, they ended up just destroying the Jets. They won about 4-1. And I was hoping that the Jets would win so I could bust Vinny's balls. Like, hey, you fucking asshole, your team sucks, you're a loser. That was what I was gonna do. What Vinny did when his team won was he sent me a video. I just watched it the other day. He said, hey there, Winnipegger. Looks like we're in and you're out. Hope you're not too butthurt, and I wish you would have done better. I love you. And I was like, the fucking guy's so nice, he's not even busting my balls when his team destroyed mine. Because I was going to tear him a fucking new asshole, man. But that's Vinnie Paul for you. Like I said, we've got a million stories between us here. Vinnie lived life to the fullest, something we can all learn from. And one last little tidbit, when you see these pictures back up on the screen, once again, this story might be tinged by alcohol, but Vinnie's always pointing at the camera. You guys notice that? Right? I always asked him, why do you always point at the camera? And he said, because when him and Dime were kids, they saw Elvis do it, and they thought it was so cool that they started doing it. Then when Dime passed away, Vinnie continued doing it as a tribute to Dime, as a tribute to Elvis. So I made a pact with myself, and you guys are welcome to join me. Every picture that I take from now on, I'm going to point at the camera as a tribute to Vinnie, as a tribute to Dime, as a tribute to Elvis. Thank you guys. God bless you, Vinnie. We love you, man. Red Gum Smile, available at the bar.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Put your hands in the air. Have a good time, guys. Be safe. God bless you guys.
I miss you so much, brother. Thank you so much for the years of friendship, the laughs, the barbecues, the shots, and especially the great music. You were fucking one of the best drummers in the world, and we're all gonna miss you for that. You're up there with your brother right now, rocking the heavens, and I know you're kicking ass. This record will always be with me. You gave me years ago, and I'll cherish it forever. So thank you so much. Rest in peace. Love you.
Vinnie Paul, love you, man. Chris Kale from 5 Finger Death Punch. We're gonna come out here to the beach, fill a little message for you in celebration of your life. I know how much you love going to Cabo. I'm coming out here soaking up the sun, thinking about you, man. Man, you always taught me how to live every single day with schools. I never saw you without a smile. You were always talking to everybody, always making sure that everyone around you was taken care of and having a good time. Every single person you touched out there had the best day of their life hanging out with you, man. I was always afraid to ask you for pictures, man. I know how it gets out there. You know, so many people asking you, Vinnie Paul, Pantera, hell yeah, Damage, man. I know you imagine the amount of things you had to take out there. And every single time I saw you, man, I was afraid to take a picture because you would always be like, hey, Cam, you know, here, man, just take a picture with me. So I thank you so much for doing what I was afraid to do. And getting those pictures so that way I have those memories of meeting you, man. I you look back and smile and really feel that love you I have, man. That love is not going to go away. You're going to be here every day. You look around this room here today, every single person in that room can honestly say you have made each of our lives better having known you. Vinnie, I love you.
Hey everyone, we're just wishing our condolences to his family, friends, and fans worldwide. We're going to miss him. He's a fantastic guy, and we really enjoyed our time there.
He was a legend, and me and Pantera were the first to get fractured song in the country. So he became a really good friend after meeting him, and so he's going to be missed by all of us.
And we do have a lot of fun memories, you know, which we'll cherish, and I'm sure all of you will as well.
Always smile.
Hey everybody, Zach here. We're all gathered, obviously, because we all love Vinnie, and
beautiful impact it's had on our lives. When I speak about Vinnie, obviously I talk about his legendary Hall of Fame musical achievements, and one can't also forget the legendary Hall of Fame barbecues and provider of amazingly great times. But more importantly, his Hall of Fame credentials as a human being and a love for carrying soul. And we're all gonna miss Vinnie, and the hugs, the kisses, and all the laughs, and the barbecues and the great times. But in order to celebrate Vinnie's life, I think the best way to do it is just that, is to celebrate life. Because between him and his brother, they were the biggest champions of loving every second of life, kicking as much ass as you possibly could. So Vinnie's approach was pretty much, I'm not going to spend 1 second or 1 moment of my life bummed out when I could be having an amazing and great time. So next time when you're bummed out, just think to yourself, what would Vinnie do? He'd fire up the barbecue and make a road trip with the gang. So, anyways, Ben, we're gonna miss you. On behalf of myself and Barbara Ann, and everyone there that loved you, thanks for making the world a better place. And I'm blessed to have had you in my life. When I think of you, my heart smiles. Love you, buddy. God bless.
Yeah.
Anybody drinking any Crown Royal out there? You know, one of my favorite times with Vinny, he came in, it was like, shit, man, I don't even know what year it was. Like, I don't know, 2000? I'm going to guess 2001? So we're doing this live remote from Hooters, and Dimebag and Vinny come over, and they walk in, and they got the fucking Crown and the Secret 7. They're pouring shots. Hooters like, yeah, whatever, man, do whatever. And then Dimebag says, well, tell a story about Rob Zombie, one of the guys in Zombie's band, at his house, whacking off in one of the rooms with some porn, and they kind of like walked in on him. And then he turned around, this is like live on the air. We had no dump button or anything, we're out at Hooters. And he's like, yeah, the guy's jerking off, there's some cum and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, can't say that, man. And so he turns around and goes, Robert, he goes, you fucking cum bucket. Cum bucket, cum bucket, cum bucket. And he kept saying it on the air, and I was like, you can't say that, man. We're gonna get fired. It was like Vinny dying laughing, rolling on the floor, and we were just sitting there like, we're getting fired. That's it, we're getting fired. It was one of my favorite times with Dime and Vinny on the air, was when they did that. That was great. Come bucket, let me hear ya! Come bucket! Come bucket! Come bucket! That's what I'm talking about. So, another time Vinny came to the rescue for the Eagle, which he always did for us, was 1997. Howard Stern was on the air. You remember Howard Stern, right? So Howard gets blown out because he was talking shit about the station on the air, and we were renegotiating contract, and he talked about that on the air. So they fire him, and then we have no fucking morning show. And the program director walks in, and he's like, I'm quitting. And I'm like big and pregnant, man. I have like a kid due in 5 weeks. He goes, you're in charge of the station now. I'm like, seriously? I'm fucking not ready for this. So he drops the computer with all the music programming and shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm in charge of the station. What are we going to do? We have no morning show. So I call up all the record guys, and I'm like, we got to do celebrity mornings. Please help me out. They're like, no problem. So all these record guys are all over. We get Alice Cooper, we had Jesse James Dupree from Jackal. And then they say, hey, we're going to get Craig Ludwig and Vinnie Paul to come in and do the show. And I'm like, really? That's amazing, man. And they came in, I was like, yo, fucking play whatever you want. Do whatever, man. Pick out whatever song, say whatever you want, just don't drop any F-bombs on the air. They went on and did the greatest show. I swear they could have been the fucking mornings after that. It was just a great time, and Vinny, he came to the rescue so many times. Really, so, hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Let me hear some cum bucket! It's great times. So, we love you, Vinny. We're fucking, I miss you all, man. Let's everybody do a shot, man. I need a shot up here. Yo, raise a glass to Vinnie Paul right now. For Vinny, we love you. You're a legend, and we'll never forget you. In heaven with Dime now. And I know you're all thinking the same thing as me. Why are so many scumbags still walking around the Earth's surface and Vinnie Paul and Dime behind? What the fuck? So, let me hear it one more time. Hell yeah! Give it up for Vinnie Paul!
Vince, always have love in my heart for you, man. Rest in peace.
Vinnie lived his life defiantly, unapologetic, and without fear. Since his untimely passing, the one thing I have heard and read over and over is how Vinnie brought a smile to the face of everyone he met. To make a mark in the music industry is extraordinary all on its own. But to me, knowing that he brought joy to people when the stage was bare and the crowds were gone is equally extraordinary. I am very saddened to be saying goodbye to yet another brother in music. But this time, I'm finding solace in being able to say that up to his last breath, Vinnie was living life to the fullest. And despite the tragic, crushing loss of his brother, somehow he still managed to bring happiness and more music to us all. So here's to the one and only Vinnie Paul. To live in the hearts we leave behind is not to die. Rest in peace, Vinnie. Your talent and spirit will never be forgotten.
My name's Sky. I'm Matt. And we're from a band called Smell Psycho. And although we never personally met Vinnie, Pantera was the first band that I listened to that introduced me to metal, and that made me a huge fan. And obviously, Vinnie's legacy will live on in all the bands that he's affected and inspired throughout his awesome career. We'll miss you.
Hey, Vinnie, I don't know if you can hear us. I like to believe that you can. Thank you so much for a lot of great times, great moments on the road and on the phone. True sweetheart. Words cannot describe how we feel about this, but thank you so much for your great hospitality and your friendship and inspiration. You are the real deal and a real sweetheart. I hope you're doing good wherever you want to go and start recording those great records again with your brother. Wish you all the best. Love you.
Hello, this is Matt Cameron. On behalf of the entire Soundgarden band and crew, we would like to offer our deepest condolences to the Abbott family on the passing of the great Vinnie Paul. I thank you for the invitation to the memorial service, but I'm on tour, and I really appreciate the invitation. I wish I could be there. I was in awe of Vinnie's playing, his double kick, precision, his power, his groove. The style of drumming that Vinnie helped create and perfect was incredibly technical and incredibly difficult. He did it with such grace and power, and you could tell he loved what he was doing. He had so much charisma on stage. He loved his fans, he loved his band. You could just tell he loved what he was doing. There was a tour in 1992 that Soundgarden was on. We opened for Skid Row, and there was one show where we shared the bill with Pantera. We had the difficult task of following Pantera. I had never seen them at that point in 1992, and at that time I was pretty confident with my band at the time, and I wasn't really intimidated that easily, but after watching Pantera smoke us, I was I was a little intimidated, and I was in awe of the band. After the show, I kind of sheepishly went up to Phil and Rex, and I introduced myself, and they were total sweethearts, man. They could not have been nicer. They invited me on their bus, and I met Daryl and I met Vinnie. Daryl rolled a big fatty. Vinnie gave me a beer. We hung out on their bus, and we became instant friends. They were really hospitable guys, and I just remember that being a life lesson where I just had to stick my tail between my legs and go meet the masters. So I'll never forget that experience of working with Pantera in the early 90s. And I miss those guys a lot. I wish they were around. They were taken from us far too early. But their music will live on forever, and Vinnie Paul will live on forever. God bless.
Vinnie Paul, you fucking legend. Thank you so much for the music, for the inspiration, and for making so many of us want to pick up our own instruments and get out there and play metal. It's a really, really tough one. You were literally the nicest man in metal. Anyone that came up to you wanting a picture or to do a shot, you so happily obliged. And you were the best smelling man in metal. I told you that when I interviewed you years ago. You really were. But the way that you handled people, you made everyone feel like they were on the same level as their favorite drummer and their favorite band. And I'll never forget witnessing that. So thank you. Thank you for everything, especially the music. Rest in power.
Man, it's hard to talk about Vinnie without talking about Dimebag too. Had so many good times with both those guys together for the last 15, 20 years. Whether we were hanging out at their house, or the Dollhouse, or man, one night we were eating kangaroo at some joint in Fort Worth, and man, all the times, every time we'd be in Vegas, Vinnie would always come out to say hi, and just so many great memories of him. And like I said, you know, now he's with his brother up there in heaven, and I can only say, God bless you, I love you, Vinnie. Love you too, Dime. Say hi to Dime for me. And rock on, brother. Hey everybody, that's Chris Adler. That's my friend Charlie. You might have seen or heard him before. I'm honored to be here. Thank you all for coming. I've got a million Vinnie stories, as a lot of us do. I won't burden you with all of them, which are all amazing, but there's one I thought might be special to you. I was in Richmond, Virginia, where I live. Hell yeah, came to town. Hell yeah. And Vinnie called me, he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Sleeping." He said, "You better get your ass down here." So came to the show, he got me one of these private suites, hooked it up, and then after the show, he said, "You gotta come back to the bus." And I know how it goes, you need half an hour, 45 minutes, take a shower, talk to the guys about the show, whatever we might be able to do different, better, or whatever. So 45 minutes later, I knock on the bus. "Oh, hell yeah, come on up." I go up on the bus, and here's Vinnie, and inside a bus, if you haven't been in one, it's typically a long couch in the front lounge, 2 tables. And here's Vinnie Paul laying down on the couch, in his underwear and his cowboy hat, watching on VHS a repeat of the 1978 Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl. No one like this guy.
So I've known Vinnie and Carol since 1985. First time we ever came to Texas, we played a place called Cardi's. Does everybody know that place? Okay. So, there you go. So Pantera were with us on that bill. It was the first time I ever met them. And Rita was there too. And Rita was kind of like the conduit. She introduced us and everything was great. Anyway, they play, and then we play, and then I look to the right, and there's Vinnie going crazy, headbanging. While we're playing, this is going on. I look in the audience, and there's this pole, and I see Daryl is all the way up on the pole. And he's headbanging, and he's fucking going nuts, and I'm like, these guys are the real deal. Let's fast forward a couple of years later. Every time we would come to Dallas, they would come to the show, we'd have a great time and everything like that. And I remember thinking, these guys are coming to take over this town. And that's what they did. Pantera came, they're from Dallas, they took over the town, and it's still their town. Anyway, I love you guys, I love the brothers, I love the family, I love everybody. Treat each other good, and go go to your next story.
Vinnie will, man. I didn't have a drum kit before I fell in love with Vinnie Paul. And Jose was up here earlier doing a much better job than I am, because you really should never give a microphone to a drummer. But this guy, he was my mentor. He was my idol. I am a fan, just like everybody here. There's no difference whatsoever. But being in the circuit, we run into each other, we find each other. And of course, I try to find him, like, hey, can you sign my Cowboys from Hell album? But then it turned around, and he would come to find me. And after he would come, this is Damage Plan, Hell Yeah era. After he came to find me, he then asked me if my brother was around, and he would either go or send somebody to go get my brother, and he'd make us all hug. That was the guy he was, and he never, like, I've been really fortunate to meet a lot of my idols. No one compares to Vinnie Paul.
Absolutely.
I got a call from Charlie the other night letting me know the sad news. And I was up just all night crying, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't believe it. I was checking Blabbermouth and looking everywhere, trying, is this fucking for real? Like, it's still unreal. And because to me, he was the guy in everyone that I've met. He's the last of the greats. He was a beacon to me and to everyone that loves his music and his brother's music and the legacy of the family. He showed me the way. He told me how to do it. And that night, it felt so dark for me. I had lost my way. I lost my beacon, my idol. But I realized in the past couple of days, I was fortunate enough to be asked to go to the service yesterday, and very fortunate to be able to speak today to you guys. I think one of the things that I'm going to be inspired by this guy for the rest of my life. And one of the things that even in his passing, Vinnie left everyone here a gift today, and that is, if you look at the person to the right of you, to the left of you, in front of you, or in back of you, and they are not your friend or your family, they are now, because of Vinnie fucking Paul. Get your pull.
I want to say one more thing. One thing that a lot of people may not know about Vinnie is that I always said that he was the glue. He was the glue in Pantera. He kept that thing moving. It was because of him that those records sounded the way they did. That fucking aggressive sound was all because of him and his knowledge. And I'm just going to leave you with one more funny story. I'm staying up at Vinnie's house, and we were drinking, and Vinnie had this hot dog machine on his counter, but there were all these crusty hot dogs in there. I'm like, he's like, don't eat that. So anyway, Vinnie had this golf cart, and it was late, and he's like, come on, let's go down to Rex's house. And Rex used to live down the hill. We get in the golf cart, we go riding really fast down to Rex's house, and fucking ruins all of his flowers in his front yard. He's like, it's just Rex, who cares? Next morning, Rex is like, why the fuck did you have to pick my house? Why is it always my house?
Because he played bass.
Because he played bass. Anyway,
Vinnie loves you, and he wants you to love each other.
love everybody, and one more thing. This is I want to say something about the original Pantera road crew: Cat, Grady, Wires, Bobby Towers, Sonny, Guy fucking Sykes, Kim, Walter O'Brien, everybody was associated with making Pantera. I gotta say big love to all those people because they fucking rule, and they're here today, and I love you guys too. And that's some of them right there.
Big love. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, Vin, here's to you, bro. Until next time.
Hi, Lucas here. We toured with Hell Yeah a few years ago, and one night we had an unruly audience member and during our set. And he sent his tech out to me to apologize, which he didn't have to do with it. It just goes to show you what kind of a man he was and how big of a heart he had. And then he told my change a little and told me to put up my drinking and get your food. He truly was one of a kind.
This is drummer Charlie Z. Huge loss of Vinnie Paul, man. Unbelievable musician, unbelievable person, big personality on stage and off. Grew up with Damage Plan, grew up with Hell Yeah, grew up with Pantera. One of the best drummers out there. Gonna definitely miss you, brother. Rest in peace.
Hey, this is Rob. I play bass in Suicidal Tendencies. My very first show with Suicidal Tendencies was in Vegas, opening for Megadeth, and Vinnie was there. And as soon as we were done, he was the first one approaching me and welcoming into the music scene. And he said, "Yeah, good thing about me being in the band." And since that day, it's been an amazing ride. I'm still doing it every day with a smile on my face. That's something I learned from him. So, love you, Vinnie. Rest in peace.
Hello. First off, I'd like to send out my sincere and heartfelt condolences to the immediate family, the Pantera family, the Hell Yeah family and crew, and to all the fans that have spent his entire life entertaining. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. Today is the day to celebrate his life and all the great times that we had with the man. As a person, as a drummer, and as a friend, he did them all with his own brand of perfection. Rest in peace, Vince, and give Dom a big old Texas hug from all of us. We made a new double mark in the world, and we're taking away too very, very soon. Much love and much respect. Your friend, Bryce.
Can you hear me? Now we can hear me. Yeah. Mike Loose. Look at this fucking drum kit. I have so many stories. I've been very fortunate to be a personal friend of Vinnie Paul. I got to rock out at his house. Vinnie Paul was on the drums. Don gave me his guitar. He turned the amp up. He turned all the knobs on that. It was like, Vinnie Paul came on stage and played with us. He played Walk. Look how wasn't out. There's this kid. Mike Lewis, I'm CJ. We were from Giant Pool, the local band from Dallas, Texas.
Tell them the story that you have on tape. Oh wait, before you do that though. Alright, we heard earlier from the Rock Doc about 3. I have 3 shots on stage. I'm gonna start with one. Whew, this is hard to do. Usually I'm behind a kid. Not a kid that illustrious. 3 are not such a brick wall, but behind a kid no less because of that guy. So we have 3 shots, this is hard as hell not to puke while doing this. So I'm gonna do one. We're gonna save the other two, but we're gonna do three. So if you need to get one, by the time we're done, it's all good. So here's to the brick wall, Vinnie Paul, number one. CJ is gonna tell a quick story of when he first met him.
This is my best friend. Him and I went to grade school together and went to high school together. We wanted to be in a rock band. We wanted to play rock music. Do you guys, for a minute, do you remember the first time you heard Cowboys from Hell? Do you remember the first fucking time? Just for a second, please have this moment with me. The first time you heard Cowboys from Hell. Do you remember that day? Yes! Changed my fucking life. I grew up 70s, 80s. Man, we had so many great bands, dude. Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, right? Metallica, Testament, so many great bands. But I graduated in 1990. And when I graduated high school, Cowboys from Hell came out, and it was the first song out of all songs that changed my fucking life. It was the one song that made me want to put my instrument down and not play anymore. Because they did it. They did it. Pantera are the kings of fucking metal. Fucking kings of metal, Mike! Changed my life. I'm sitting here with this guy, the fucking 90s.
We love you, Dallas.
We moved here.
Vinnie Paul loved you, Dallas.
On a mission to August 11th, right? So, I'm going to share a story with you guys. Dave Williams. Because of Dave Williams, Mike and I met Diamond Vinnie. So I'm going to tell them the story. The first show we played as Joanne Pool in 1996, and I have this on video, on VHS cassette tape, mind you. Dave is freaking out. It's our first show with fucking Dave. We played in Arlington, right? And the lady with the long hair who were in the bar, you and I climbed on the ceiling. Remember that? We went up the ladder, we're on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first show with Dave. Don and Vinnie come to the show. Here's my new singer, Dave Williams. This is like 1997, whatever, 98. And Dave is freaking out because Don bought Dave this red truck, $500. And Dave is like, I owe Don $500. And Don and Vinnie are here to collect the money with the posse. And I think they're gonna kick my ass. So, how I met Don, Daryl, and Vinnie was our first show with Dave Williams. I walk up to my favorite band, the most metal band ever. And I go up to Don and Vinnie, and I'm like, hey guys, I know Dave owes you $500, and I'm here to collect, but can you wait till after our show to beat his ass, right?
We were forever nervous. First of all, two guys from New Orleans moving to Texas, finding out that Dave, I called Dave for the first time, and he was staying with Sterling. I don't know if Sterling's in here, man, but I love you.
Thank you, Sterling, for the great music.
Sterling took my call, Dave didn't. And then when Dave, skip ahead, got in the room, said, I know those guys. I'm like, no, you don't. And he was like, no, I do. And unfortunately, I owe him money. And awesome. So we're gonna go to Fort Worth or Arlington and play a show. And if you know the guys, nothing ever will happen to us because you owe Dime and Vinny money. That's great. Way to go. And Sterling too. So, needless to say, things transpired. Dave was able to pay the money back after wrecking the truck. And Sterling, we love you for endearing us for so long. Did you want to finish the story?
Dude, look at everybody here out of respect for fucking Vinnie Paul. Thank you so much. I got a few words. All day long, I just think about the first time I heard Cowboys in Hell. Do you remember the first time? The Kings of Metal, the brothers, the fucking brothers, the Abbott brothers. We got to tour with Damage Plan. We got to tour with Hell Yeah. I was hiding, remember? It's a short story. I was hiding in my bunk with my curtain closed on the tour bus, so Dimebag wouldn't find me and Vinny wouldn't find me because they were trying to make us day drink. I like day drinking. Who doesn't like day drinking? But they grabbed Mike loose and they're pouring shots on his face and they're fucking putting firecrackers and fucking, what is that, on the cymbals?
Spit it out, man.
I'm spitting it out. They're blowing over your fucking drum kit.
Morning.
Yo! Besides the music, besides the fact that
you better get lit up or you change our lives.
Dimebag Daryl and fucking Vinnie Paul, when Dave passed away, took me into their house. I sat on the couch with Vinnie Paul. Nobody else is there. It was just me and Vinny. And we talked about everything but music. He was a real friend to me. He was a real friend. I'm grateful for that. And I'm thankful for all you being here to respect fucking Vinnie fucking Paul, who changed my fucking life. The most metal drummer ever. The kings of fucking metal. Pan fucking Terror. Hell yeah. Damage Plan.
Give it up for Vinnie Paul. CJ promised me he wasn't going to take long, but Jesus.
That takes you long?
I wrote a few words, but I'm going to try to be a lot more concise. I hope you'll indulge me for a minute. Mr. King, if it's cool, can I say a few words from behind the brick wall? I'm usually never lost for words, but standing up there is not really my thing. I'm going to stand back here. Thank you, sir.
Drum solo!
Put your fists up on top for Vinnie Paul.
Yeah!
I'll try to make this real short and sweet. Vinnie Paul, the brick wall, y'all. Make some noise. I idolized this guy growing up. No drummer was like this dude, and then we were in New Orleans when he came onto the scene, or when I first was subject, when it was thrown in front of my face. I had only known up to Metallica at that point. And driving here, all we did was blast Cowboys from Hell to get here. Stevie, our bass player, and I got together. CJ came a couple months later, and to say Vinnie Paul's drumming left a mark is an understatement. To say that he rewrote the book on what I thought was drumming, he wrote the book on metal drumming as far as I'm concerned. Skip ahead a little bit, and I got to go on tour, believe it or not, because of our relationship with Damage Plan and Drowning Pool. And I got to play on a kit much like this a handful of times, one time even in my home city of New Orleans, which was guys, to be accepted by you, the Dallas music scene, to be accepted by the Abbott brothers, the metal brothers, was a badge of honor
Vinnie Paul
that,
came out to every one of our
I've been
shows,
humble about, but from now on, I'm gonna wear that thing loud and proud and not close to my chest at all. I'm gonna put it out front for everybody to fucking see and scream that shit loud and thunderous in the name of Vinnie Paul.
Yeah!
Vinny and Dime on that tour while we were on tour with Damage Plan, dude, there was an air. They were rock royalty. They were metal royalty. We had a shit for brains, excuse my language, singer at the time for one record, and I even saw that guy pull himself up by the bootstraps and walk taller and stronger and be a badass because they were there watching and listening. They did that, they instilled that, they made sure everyone was better, a better person, a better musician when they were in the fucking room or in eyesight or even in earshot of them showing up. And I will never forget that, and that's part of it. I take that to heart. Rita and everybody, I love you guys. You have had a profound effect on my life. I will forever be indebted to the metal community here in Dallas and for the Abbott brothers. I wouldn't consider myself a metal drummer, but I'd be damned if I don't try to idolize, and I will be doing some homework, and I will be studying, and I will plant my ass behind a kit and try to do Vinny even more proud. Pat, thanks for the story.
Drum solo! Drum solo! Drum solo!
I got one more last thing, and then I'm trying not to be ominous, guys. I'm trying to keep this light, but I have to say this. When Dave died, Dime took me in like an older brother. When Dime passed, I didn't know what to say. Everybody came up all the time and would pat us and say, "Oh, we're so sorry." That was the last thing. I should have said it. I took it for granted that Vinny and I would stand in the Canton Hall balcony and watch another band hot in the streets, up and coming, share a vodka and talk about how cool it was. And that I always thought, I took it for granted that we were going to have that time to say that. Thunderous Vinny is up there. I wish and I regret, I really wish I would have had that chance to bury my head in his shoulder and his neck and to say that. I regret not saying that, and my story is this. I'm going to stop now because this is... hold your people close. Go deep. Hold them tight. Life and time is fucking fleeting, man. Don't be afraid to tell your loved ones that you're thankful for them and you love them. Share your love with your people every day. Don't be afraid to say it like I was. Say you love them. Hug them. God bless you guys, and God bless Vinnie Paul.
Thank you so much.
I love you, Vinnie Paul.
Thank you so much. This is our town. This is our community. This is our friends and family. Thank you so much for being here.
If you got your shots, put them up to the sky.
Hell yeah! Come on! Drum solo, Mike.
To all the fellas,
did something.
Vinny, to your brothers in Hell Yeah, my sincerest and deepest condolences to Sterling, to Pat, to Bride Dog, to Graham, to Rita. I love you, everybody. Enjoy life. Love you people. Hug them. Thank you.
Out of respect to Vinnie Paul. Hell Yeah has to go. They have to go on. Out of respect to the way it was. That's why Adrenaline Tour goes on. And out of respect to fucking Hell Yeah, they need to go on. Does anybody play drums? Thank you so much. Fucking metal fans, right? The elite. It's not pop music. No offense to that. I love rap. But there's an elitist. We're fucking metal fans. And we live this. I want to do a shot with everybody. I want to do a shot with all you. Let's go to the bar and do a shot.
I'm not going to take it. That's not acceptable.
John Bush here.
Oh, really?
Vinnie Paul, rest in peace, brother. Anthrax Pantera tours in 1997 and 98 were legendary. Had awesome times with you. I'm gonna miss you a lot. But you're with Dime now, and I'm sure you guys are making some killer music already together. Hang in there. See you in the next life.
Vinnie Paul was one of the most influential metal drummers of our time. What we admired, appreciated, and respected of Vinnie is that even though he had all the right to act like a pretentious rock star asshole, instead he was down to earth. He was a humble dude. He will always be a big influence in metal music. You will be sorely missed. Rest in peace.
Hey everybody, David Ellison from Megadeth here. Very sorry we're not able to be there with you all. Obviously, in Europe, very sad to hear about the passing of Vinnie. Also very thankful everybody's there to have a celebration of his life. I got a chance to just kind of recount many memories of Vinnie, especially being here in Europe. And the Pantera and Megadeth and the Ball Display Tour, kind of an extension for us, the Pantera guys. It was so much fun on tour making these little videos, recording Red Hot Chili Peppers music to it, that Dime was playing guitar to, and nutty stuff. I remember specifically in Madrid, seeing up in the bull ring, this Pantera Megadeth Iron Maiden, watching Pantera just kick the crowd out and dust flying out. You can see there was something big was happening with that. You know, even back in the years before the 1988, I took a trip to Dallas, Texas, and then the Pantera guys. And I had a drink it, and the next night they invited me to the show. What a powerhouse. And that was on the Power Metal album, which actually is today probably still my favorite Pantera album, one that not everybody's familiar with. But you know, just having conversations with Vinnie over the years, just getting to know him, and then into Damage Plan. Hell yeah, he was kind enough to support bands on my own record label, take them on a tour with him. So you know, a guy that we were able to help him, he turned around and gave it back. So cool. So, hope you guys are having a toast to Vinnie there, and Vinnie and Dime back together again. Hopefully, writing the most shredding kick-ass tunes ever. So, God bless you all.
Vinnie, I'm sure you can hear me. I love you. You've always been really supportive of Prom. We've had a lot of amazing times together. Greatest drummer that ever lived. Surely be missed. We love you. I'll see you in a couple of years, hopefully, and I love you.
It's a celebration of Vinnie's life today, and life is short, but I'm not sure there's anybody that packed more into one life than Vinnie did. Man, he knew how to make us smile. Rest in peace, man.
Oh, what's happening there, buddy? Okay, who in here has a good buzz on? Come on, make some fucking noise. Okay, I've had about 10 shots, and I'm gonna try and read something to you right now from Jerry Cantrell, which might be a bit of a challenge. But I'm just letting you know, I've been drinking, just like you. Let me hear you. Come bucket! That makes me feel better. Okay, check this out. So Jerry Cantrell did a tribute to Vinnie Paul. And he wrote 3 pages here. I'm going to read it to you. And if I fuck it up, I'm sorry. Just let you know. Jerry says, I met Vinnie and Dime in '85. 33 years ago. That's a fucking trip, man. Vinnie and Dime always had a thing about threes, you know. Back then, I quit college, and with a couple of buddies of mine was working through an asbestos abatement company all around Dallas and Houston area, where I lived for about a year. And we got paid really well to do it because it's a shit job. But what we would do is we'd work all day and then we'd go to clubs at night and check out bands. And there was this great club called Cardi's. Anybody remember Cardi's? Where rock bands would come through all the time, and I saw Yngwie Malmsteen there. I saw Pantera there. When they had Terry Blaze singing. I loved their band. I was mesmerized by Daryl. And I loved how Vinnie played, and I remember we talked a little bit after their show. We just hit it off. So actually, I knew Vinnie and Dime longer than I've known the guys in my own band. I didn't meet Lane and Sean and Mike till I was 21. I was 19 when I met Vinnie Paul. That's a long ass time, man. Fucking Jerry Cantrell right here. We reconnected a few years later when they found Phil and Pantera came out with Cowboys from Hell. And we came out with Facelift. There was a lot of parallels between our two bands. We always got along, we were brothers. I also see Vinnie and Dime when I was off the road. My dad is from southeast Oklahoma, and I'd always visit him for the holidays. You know, it's easier to fly into Dallas than it is in Oklahoma City, so every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, like clockwork, I'd roll in and hang out with Vinnie and Dime in Dallas before I headed to the ranch in Oklahoma. And then I'd hit him again on the way out. Even after Vinnie moved out to Vegas, he'd come back to Dallas for the holidays. And we'd get together, and I'd go deer hunting with my dad, and we'd get a deer at Thanksgiving. And by Christmas, we'd be into sausage. I kind of like sausage myself. And so my dad would always have me drop off some deer sausage at Vinnie's before hitting the airport. I always look forward to that time in Dallas because with both of those guys, Dime and Vinnie, it was always an adventure. You didn't know where it was going to end up, you know? You would, you know, get there on the train or whatever. You knew it was going to be fun. You knew it was going to be interesting. And we had a lot of good times. I remember seeing the dent in the fucking Stanley Cup that went into Vinnie's pool. Y'all remember that? When the Dallas Stars won the Stanley Cup! They brought it over to Vinnie's house, and they were trying to launch it from the upper balcony into the water, and it didn't exactly make it. And it got all fucking dented up. I remember the time Dime stole my car, and somebody detailed it with stickers and all sorts of flames and shit. Put cow horns on the fucking hood. It was fun, you know? Vinnie and Dime, they both had such a great sense of humor. At the same time, Vinnie was a guy that was extremely driven. Y'all know that. A smart guy who could think on a lot of different levels, not just rocking out, but also about business. One of the many things that we all respected about Vinnie was a friggin' great businessman. I think early on, he was probably the guy who handled a lot of that stuff. You know, he was a smart cookie. And he was a true fan of rock and roll like myself. That's why we both wanted to do it. We wanted to do what our heroes did and do it well at the top level that it could be at. And Vinnie Paul did that, folks. Pantera was a revolutionary band for metal. He completely influenced an entire generation of drummers. The way he played, the way he sounded. He had a kind of industrial sound in his drum. Nobody else was like him. And the motherfucker's meter was just spot on. I never heard him get off the groove or miss a beat, ever. He was a fucking machine. Vinnie Paul. Hell yeah! In whatever he did, Vinnie lived his life unapologetically. I always respected that about him. He was a guy who achieved his dreams and worked his ass off to get there. He always tried to have a good time doing it, too. He and Dime were always really great with their fans. You know, no matter what the circumstance or how shitty they might have been feeling, they would not miss an opportunity to take a picture with somebody or have a shot with him. How many people here did shots with Vinnie and Dime? They went out of their way to make every single fucking person feel welcome. And they were so at ease, and they created a good time for everybody. And you know, when Dime was killed, that was such a shock to us all. But the fact that Vinnie had to live with the vision of all of that, it still haunts me to this day. God damn! God damn! I can't even get my mind around that. But he had his own path. I heard Vinnie had passed when Alice in Chains was in Copenhagen on the European tour. We always gave a shout out to Lane and Mike when we played Nutshell, and in our next show we dedicated it to Vinnie. You all probably can watch that on YouTube, something like that. To me, personally, Vinnie was one of the few people in my life, and there's only a handful of them, where it doesn't matter if I don't see you for a year or two or 10 years, it's always consistent. Don't you love that when people are low maintenance friends, man? They're fucking the same no matter how long you've seen them. Vinnie Paul was always consistent. He was somebody I could rely on, a friendly pair of eyes. And every time you'd look him in the eye, they looked the same looking back at you. I'm going to miss the hell out of them. We've been moving so fast out here on the road that I don't think it's even really sunk into me yet. Today we're in Zagreb. Where the fuck is Zagreb? I don't even know. It kills me that I won't be there for Vinnie's service, but my family is going to go and represent. As for me, I'm going to go out and play a rock show tonight, and that's exactly what Vinnie would have wanted me to do. And I'll be thinking of Vinnie Paul when I do it. Jerry Cantrell, everybody! We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. I so appreciate it. Y'all don't know how fucking much I love Vinnie Paul. And we've got another video clip coming up, and I just want to say, y'all be safe driving home. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I better get the fuck off the stage before I fall over. Y'all have some good times. Every time you're doing a shot from now on, be it Sky Vodka or Black Tooth Grin or whatever the fuck it is, y'all stand up and salute to Vinnie Paul and Dime back there. Like I said, y'all will forever be in our dreams. And will inspire us to be cool and fucking welcome people into our lives, to be easygoing and hang out and just have a good fucking time. So, thank you for coming out. Let's hear it for Vinnie Paul.